Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the second annual State of Momentum address. I want to give you a couple opportunities right now to share. We want to make sure that everyone knows that this is happening right now. I'll give you just a couple seconds right now in this moment to share this out on your personal networks, in your LT groups, in your advanced course group, your basic group. Get this out right now. There's so amazing, so many amazing things happening at Momentum Education right now, coast to coast, and we've got a lot of people here that are here to see you and to share with you right now, okay? Come on, hold on. Ready? Are you sharing it? All right, here we go. My name is Keonna Brown. I'm one of the team trainers here at Momentum Education, also the enrollment coordinator for the city of New York. Woo, woo, come on, New York. I want to really let you know that there's a lot of things happening at Momentum Education, and this night is to inform you and to share with you all the amazing things that are happening right now. All right, you ready to go? Here we go. Let's start out with our community networks, right? Every city from coast to coast has a community network. You actually have an opportunity to jump into that community network, right on Facebook. If you're not yet in your community network, make sure that you get in. We're going to open it right now. It's typically a secret group, but we're going to open it right now for tonight only, one night only. Get in there. Make sure that your basic buddy's in there, your LT buddy is in there. Make sure everybody that you know that's a Momentum graduate is in the group. Really great for networking, really great for if you have a job opportunity, you're looking for a job. That's how you really utilize the Momentum groups, okay? So make sure you jump into the community networks in your city. They often close, but we're opening it for one day only, okay? Jump in. Next, let's jump into Teen Basic, our teen trainings. Wow. So excited about all the teen trainings. We're going coast to coast this year. 2 basic workshops for teens in every city. Every city is going to get a teen basic this year. Are you guys excited about that? I'm excited about that. Look, it's a give back for us. We want to make sure that no teen has an opportunity or does not have an opportunity to go to the Teen Basic Workshop. You remember when you were like, hey, I wish I had this work as a teen? Well, look, this is your opportunity to make sure that every teen in your life has this opportunity to get into the Teen Basic. Are you guys excited about that? I sure am. It's priced for everybody's budget. I want to shout out one of my mentees, Drew. I remember when Drew came to Teen Basic, he was kind of like this. He wasn't really involved, he didn't want to hear it, but by the end of that training, this gentleman really got to step powerfully into wanting to be a creative director, being really confident, and really stepping out powerfully and saying he wants to go to college and he's going to do well at school and at home. And that's the kind of work that we get to do with young people. And so I look forward to hearing and seeing all the enrollments across the nation to our teen training, all right? Now, after the basic, we're going to TLT. That's a teen leadership team. Now, in New York, we're about to launch. Right now, I'm telling you right now, for the first time, we're doing TLT 16. This fall 2017, we're going to be doing TLT 16. So if a student in your life has graduated from our Teen Basic Workshop, they actually get to jump into the TLT 16. Now, just go to MomentumEducation.com, look out for those dates, look out for the opportunities to enroll, and we can support you in getting into that. No, it's just like your LT groups, the adults. Teens are going to, for 90 days, meet 4 times over 90 days, really talk about school, talk about health and well-being, community work, all the things that the adults do, the teens get to be held at that standard as well. So you get to put those kids into the teen leadership program. It's coming very soon, so don't miss out. All right? Now, with 25 years of transformational experience and work, one of my favorite people at Momentum Education, give her a round of applause wherever you are. Our first special guest, one of our master trainers, Federica Ballon.
Hi everybody, this is so exciting. I remember talking about 25 years ago when the way that we would communicate with each other was a phone tree. So I would call my buddy and then my buddy would call someone else, and now here we are. Technology is extraordinary, so I'm so excited to be able to be here with you. I wish I could see all of you. I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to be offering in all our cities this year. So before I begin, I want to say a deep, sweet hello to my wonderful, sweet Seattle folks. I miss you and I want to see you soon. And a big Latin hug to my LA feisty folks. And I'll be seeing you soon as well. And looking forward to seeing you in DC. I'm excited to meeting all of you down there as well. And so what I want you to know is that coming up in 2017, we're actually doubling our offerings, which means that we're going to have a basic and advanced in every city, and that includes Seattle, Los Angeles, and DC. So every month, a basic and an advanced course. So I'm excited to let you know about that. It's really inside of our commitment to build community there and to offer it for your folks there. So make sure that you let your folks know, and any folks in New York, DC, Seattle, Los Angeles, you've got places to send your folks. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is the Abundance and Prosperity Workshop. And if you haven't done it, it's extraordinary. And it's really an opportunity for you to transform your beliefs around abundance and prosperity so that they really show up in every area of your life. It's a beautiful, beautiful workshop. And so look out for the dates in your city, right? Because we're offering them in every city this year. And for leadership graduates, current leadership and leadership graduates, it is a give back from Momentum, so it is tuition free for those of you who are in leadership or have done leadership. Then I want to talk about the Intimacy Workshop. The Intimacy Workshop is a beautiful, beautiful workshop. And you don't have to be in a couple, you could be a single folk in this moment, but you want to be there to really to connect to intimacy. It's a beautiful, beautiful quality. So again, it's coming to a city near you, so check out the dates for that and register. And again, that is also tuition free for leadership folks. And Train the Trainer. Well, it's not just for those of you who want to be trainers, but it's really an opportunity for you to hone and get expert coaching on those skills, right? To not just to be a trainer, but also to present and how to really communicate in a way that lands and impacts other people. So again, we're going to be offering Train the Trainer on the West Coast for you. That's our first time. So look out for those dates on the West Coast. It'll be in October of 2017. So look out for that. And Mastery. I can't say more about the Master's course. It's maybe one of my most favorite trainings after the Advanced course, of course. But the Master's is an extraordinary workshop. If you've done it, you know what I'm talking about. It's really the philosophical underpinnings of transformation, and it's an extraordinary workshop. And you'll also walk away with the 5 steps that all masters live by. And so again, we're actually offering that in every city in 2017. And of course, it is led by our very own Robinson and Melvin, right? So look out for the dates on those for you as well. See you soon.
Thank you, Federica. Thank you, Federica. Look, just to make sure you're aware, in all cities, Abundance and Prosperity, Intimacy is currently open. Registration is open in all cities. Make sure you go to momentumeducation.com and go ahead and register for that. It's complimentary for LT graduates, so nationwide, go ahead and jump in to those trainings, and the registration is open right now in all cities. All right, let's jump into volunteerism. I know a lot of people graduate from LT and say, what's next? What am I gonna do? I wanna get in a room, I wanna staff, I wanna support, I wanna stand for folks. Look, you have some awesome opportunities to be volunteering staff this year, okay? Now look, the Volunteer Excellence Training is coming up in 1 week in New York, right? Also, we're opening it up coast to coast. There's going to be a volunteer excellence training in all cities this year. So make sure that you're on our website, make sure that you're in the community networks for all those dates, all right? It's really going to support you in the logistical pieces of how to be a great staffer and some of the things that you should actually look for when you're in the room. So Rashid Thomas is one of our trainers with that, and it's an amazing experience, so you definitely want to jump in. Now, how to volunteer. How to volunteer. And let me just remind you, if you want to do the Volunteer Excellence Training, RSVP at volunteer@momentumeducation.com. To RSVP for the Volunteer Excellence Training, make sure that you email and RSVP volunteer@momentumeducation.com. All right? Next, how to volunteer. Same process in New York. Email volunteer@momentumeducation.com. Now look, every city has a volunteer coordinator. So if you're in DC, you're going to email Keith at momentumeducation.com. If you're in Seattle, you're going to email Keonna at momentumeducation.com. And if you're in LA, you're going to email Brittany at momentumeducation.com. So if you're interested in staffing, if you're in New York, you're going to email volunteer@momentumeducation.com. And any other city, you're going to, for Keith in DC, Keith at Momentum Education, Keonna at Momentum Education, Brittany is in LA at momentumeducation.com. Those are your contacts if you're interested in staffing, okay? So make sure you're jumping into Volunteer Excellence and get ready to staff this year. And look, this is for all our LTs. Come on, Legacies 1 through 60. New page up, y'all are popping. Everything is lovely seeing you guys. All the new pictures, amazing seeing all of our Legacy LT graduates. And of course, all of our people all the way up to now. We're coming into 147. Woo! What a time to be alive. All the way, turn up, is that it? What? It's an amazing time to be alive. I'm looking at Robinson like, what was that song that he loved so much? All right, let's go into brand you, right? Really, really excited about brand you. If you're interested in really taking your personal brand to the next level, this is really the workshop that you want to jump into. It's a passion project for me, really supporting people and really stepping into their next possibility. Look, you might think that you don't have a brand, but I would venture to say that you are a brand. And if you're looking to go from here to there, this is where you need to be to get those tools. So I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in that training. We'll have lots of stuff on social media to let you know how to get your tickets to that, but looking forward to seeing you very soon. All right. All right. Hold on one second. I didn't hear that. Yes, if you want to stay in a different city. Look, if you're interested in, thank you so much for that. This is live. This is live, right? Here we go. We got to make sure that you guys get this information. It's very important that you get this information, right? So if you guys have anything in the room, make sure I tell these people everything that we need to know, right? If you're interested in staffing, volunteering in a state or a city that you don't live, look, the volunteer coordinators that I just told you about will help you get housing in that city, all right? So we want you to go all over to staff these trainings. So if you're interested in doing that, going to a city in which you don't live, we will actually support you. So go ahead and email those volunteer coordinators and we'll support you get housing, all right? All right, so I have another special guest, folks. Not only is he one of the co-founders of Momentum Education, co-laborer with our founder, Robin Diane Lynn, he's also the godfather of Robinson Lynn. So we want to give a round of applause. I mean, you should stand up for this one, right? Wherever you are, stand up, give a big round of applause and clap, snap, all of that for Curtis Dennis.
Is it me, or is this moving really quickly, right? I'm like the, if you're paying attention, right, I'm the first person who's been on screen that has gray hair. So now begins the entertainment portion of tonight. All of that's been said, all of that's been done, but the thing is that that's not how Momentum started. Momentum started as, well, it started in Robin Lynn's living room on Riverside Drive. Robin and I were, well, we were like siblings. We were brother and sister. We did everything together. We were often, it was not uncommon for her to pick up the phone and give me a call and say, you know, what are you doing? And then the next thing I knew, I was off on some crazy adventure. That was Robin. And in founding Momentum Education, it was founded as a crazy adventure. Who knew that all these years later, it would have had the impact that it did have? But Robin's vision was that everyone matters, and that everyone gets that they matter. That was paramount to her. And so that was really what inspired her to start this company, to start Momentum Education. Momentum is in 4 cities right now, but really the seed of Momentum Education was laid right here in New York City. And from those humble beginnings in Robin's living room, the trainings initially were conducted in hotels. We used to joke that she could carry the entire training in a red Saks Fifth Avenue shopping bag, where she had all of the forms, the registration forms, all of the evaluations, everything in this one little bag, and off to the hotel she would go. From that very humble beginning, that is what got us here today. You know, initially, the focus, of course, was on the clients, was on the graduates and what they were creating for themselves in their own personal lives. Then in, what year was it? In 2013, that's when the attention turned to, well, let's just put it this way. So realizing that you had this team, this group of men and women who really were creating extraordinary things in their own lives, right? So the notion occurred that what is the impact of the group? Clearly, Momentum was having an impact, but what was the impact? So it was in 2013 that we started to aggregate the results of individuals and the teams throughout the year. Very good, still? All right. Y'all are with me, right? Okay, Good. So in 2013, that's when we started to aggregate the team results. And so I'm not going to go into detail, but let me tell you, it's impressive, right? So in 2013, for example, Momentum Education graduates in leadership created, over the course of 1 year, $1 million in salary increases. Now that's impressive, right? In 2014, salary increases, aggregate, over the course of the year, Momentum graduates, leadership, $3,900,000. Now that's something that'll get you out of bed, I think. Right? Debt reduction, $1,600,000. Savings, $1,600,000. Charity, they donated in 2014 $780,000 to charity. And you can imagine the impact on those groups, those people who were benefiting from those dollars raised by Momentum Education graduates. In 2015, now I'm taking my glasses off for this, and then that goes along with having the gray hair. You got to take your glasses off for certain things. So in 2015, are you sitting down? Additional income, was it 5 million? Was it 6 million? Additional income we're talking about generated by Momentum Education teams, was it 8 million? No, it was $9.7 million generated by Momentum Education teams in 2015. Extraordinary results. So despite Momentum's humble beginnings, it has had momentous impact.
Well, Mr. Curtis,
You know.
thank you for being here.
All right, well, thank you for inviting me.
Now, one correction. You're not the only one that has gray hair. You see this? You see my
Oh,
gray?
I see.
You see my gray?
You hide it really,
It's
really.
always great to have you. We're so privileged to have you. And you came to my stretch night, and I always remember that. And I remember what you said. You said you did an excellent job. And I said, wow, that was the first time that I saw someone that was senior to me that saw me in that way. And I always remember that. I really appreciate that. So I'm glad that you're here with us tonight. Now, let's talk about Robinson Lynn. Right?
Okay.
Robinson Lynn. I remember I saw his driver's license. He had that long hair. How were those days? How were those days?
Well, suffice to say that Robinson was born into transformation, right? And so by being born into transformation and growing up in a conversation of mattering, it only seems fitting that he would take over the helm of Momentum Education. Now, of course, we would have preferred that it happened in a different way, but under Robinson's stewardship, he really has crafted his mother's vision for everyone mattering and everyone getting to go. He has crafted that vision into a 21st century conversation, a 21st century conversation that really does uplift, empower, and is expansive. So, Robinson.
Hello everybody, I am Robinson. I am the Executive Director of Momentum Education. And in this moment I'm proud to not only say that I am Robinson Lynn, but I'm also Robin's son. I never lose sight of the privilege it is and the blessing it is to be able to stand on the shoulders of giants, whether it's Curtis Dennis, my mentor Sylvia High, the friends and family who are the integral parts of Momentum, and for me, my family, my parents, the people that to me have lived a legacy of contribution that is my intention to pass on the baton. And so I'm excited to be here. Thank you for watching right now. I have some of the most exciting updates I have ever said in any room, even in rooms that were just myself dreaming. So I have such an opportunity to share some things that I'm excited about. And I'm grateful because there's been times in my life, particularly in the advanced course and sometimes in leadership, and particularly at residential weekends, where I've been able to be in the room as someone made a declaration that gave them butterflies, as someone made declarations that we weren't quite sure if they were possibly going to reach, but it was worth saying. And there's a popular question, and the question I often hear is, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? And I think that's a powerful question. I think that is a poignant question, but I think there's a better question. And the best question I ask myself is, what would you attempt to do even if you could fail? Because the declarations that you make in the advanced course or in the basic or in leadership, there's never the promise that it's going to turn out, but it's worth going for. And so it's an opportunity for me to share some things that I think we as a Momentum community would be worth going for. Also, what I want to share, and I'm going to share that towards the end, is just, I think the basic is an amazing training. I think the advanced course is amazing training. I think leadership is amazing. And much of what has occurred thus far in the night has been about the Momentum curriculum. And I think the Momentum curriculum is outstanding. But I think better than the Momentum curriculum are the trainers who deliver it. And I think better than even the curriculum or the exercises are the people we get to share memorable moments with. You may not always remember exactly what you did in the exercise, but you may remember your buddy. You may remember your partner. You may remember the butterflies you had in your stomach the day before training finished, or how you felt the next day when maybe you ran into someone and they were wearing a bracelet like this, and you thought, wow, I didn't know you had done Momentum as well. So although we're going to be talking about curriculum, I want to make very, very clear that I think the best part of the Momentum community is in the heart of our graduates, the heart of our community, and I think a heart that we are looking to go heart to heart, soul to soul, eye to eye with all the people on this planet. You don't have to walk through a red doors in order to feel and know Momentum. You do not have to be in a workshop in order to feel and know Momentum. And so I'm so excited to be here tonight. I want to share about a few memorable moments. Now, moments to me that can't be measured. I think in this moment I'm thinking about Justin from Leadership Team 141. If you're on the Facebook Live right now, there's probably some people going all the way up who had amazing leadership results, the type of results that Curtis was proud to share about. But for me, the most moving result he had was the experience he has walking to the school bus and dropping his children off and being able to look in their eyes and really see them. Right? We could talk about weight loss, but it's a very, very different experience when you're looking into the mirror, proud of who you are and what you're seeing, regardless of how you look. Right? We could talk about community service hours. We could talk about people who start nonprofits, but to me, the moment that you're mentoring one person or know that you're being mentored by someone else is priceless. So I never want to lose sight, and I hope we as a Momentum community, even as we say those declarations that are big and make us have butterflies in our stomach, I hope we never lose sight of those memorable moments that we continue to be able to share with each other. And one of the things I also want to say is just a thank you to the Momentum community is everything that Curtis has shared or Keonna has shared or Federica has shared is a result of the people who are watching this right now, the people who are typing, the people who are not watching this have no idea the ripple effect they've had on others. And one of the sayings we often say in our trainings is bringing whatever's wanted and needed. Bringing whatever's wanted and needed. And for some that might be bringing vulnerability or bringing commitment. What I think is special is that so often it's grounded in what can I bring to other people? What is needed from me in order for others to experience freedom? And we are here because of you. We are here because of you. If my mother was here, I think she would be smiling, but I also think she would be blushing. Because I think it would be important for her to say all the shoulders that she had stood on top of and to be able to start Momentum. And all the batons that she was able to pass, not just to her children, but to the people who were older than her, the people that were younger than her, the people she considered friends, friends who were family, and family who are friends. And so we want to say thank you for bringing whatever is wanted and needed. At the same time, sometimes when you're bringing whatever is wanted and needed, sometimes I believe the Momentum experience can be one of being needed. And I want to be clear, you are needed. But when you're needed, sometimes there can have the experience of feeling like a duty or obligation, particularly if you're in Los Angeles or DC or Seattle, one of these newer communities, and you know that without your participation, we may not have been there. At the same time, our commitment is that in 2017, there be a difference between feeling wanted and needed with the emphasis on needed, and really we want to have the emphasis be on wanted. We want you to feel wanted. We want you to feel seen. We want you to feel heard. We want you to feel celebrated. We want you to feel like the biggest star in whatever room you walk into. And so one of the things I'm going to be talking about are some of the community events we are planning so that the Momentum space can be used, so the Momentum community can be used, and so that you can feel like the things that matter to you, your hearts and dreams, we want them for you in real, tangible ways. So now I'm going to go into some of the specifics about how we're going to be serving the Momentum community, separate from our core curriculum in every city. So we're going to start with, if you could do a drum roll please, we're going to start with New York City, the inaugural Momentum Training Center. right? So what we have planned is starting actually now, we are going to be doing monthly offerings, often free or give back events that will be reoccurring. All the events will be open to the public, so it's an opportunity to bring people in your life who are not Momentum graduates, but you still get to share them. Right? And if you are a Momentum graduate, whether it's the basic, advanced, or leadership, our hope is you utilize these events as a give back and as a way of bringing you closer to the life you dream about. Right? So one of the ways that we're going to be doing that is with Love Abundance. Right? So monthly at the Momentum Physical Space on 45th Street, we will be doing a dance class led by Keonna, for those who know Keonna. And for those of you who know Keonna, you're excited. And for those of you who don't know Keonna, you're welcome in advance. Because she's going to be doing a dance class on a monthly basis called Love and Abundance. Right? And this will be an opportunity for people to connect physically, emotionally, and really use their bodies to express themselves. It is open to all, and I would say whatever your level of dance and comfort is, we want you to feel comfortable in owning who you are and your power. Right? We're also going to be doing mindful meditation. So we're going to be doing a monthly mindful meditation class in New York City on a monthly basis, open to the public as a way of having your head max with your heart, max with your soul. And I would say what I would say about the 4 cities we've picked to have Momentum be in currently, all 4 are very, very busy. So if you could use mindful meditation, we're going to be sending out information around that as well. Can we go to the next slide, please? Right, financial literacy. So one of the things we're doing is I'm so excited, we have a PhD who will be teaching a free financial literacy class on a monthly basis, open to all at Momentum. The dates have been picked and we're going to be circulating them shortly, and on a monthly basis you will have an opportunity to work with a financial PhD on someone whose only goal is to make sure you are living the life you dream about. Now, this is a moment where I actually get kind of emotional because in 2016, we did for the very first time in New York City, we did our Soul Man Weekend, which was originally a weekend workshop aimed at having a men's workshop, a men's discussion, giving an opportunity for men to have the ability to express themselves. One of the things that occurred for me in 2016, I might not be the only one who was there, but I had a challenging 2016. I had emotional events that came up, I had physical events involving my family's health that came up, and to be able to lean on soul men who taught me that it was okay and powerful to be vulnerable and at times cry, and at times to be, it's powerful to be the shoulder someone leans on, but it was sometimes very nice to be able to lean on someone else's shoulder. And so Soul Man was such a hit that the men of that weekend said, we do not want it to stop. So much so that we are doing a Soul Man monthly meeting. And I would say for those who are doing Soul Man in New York City, it is open to all. You do not have to be a Momentum graduate to come. If you identify as a man, we want to see you there. Now, what I'll also say is whether you're in Seattle, Los Angeles, or DC, you've been happy that there's a Soul Man occurring in New York City, and at the same time there's been a little bit of a rub or friction. And the question I get most when I go to other cities is, when is Soul Man coming here? So in 2017, we are doing a Soul Man workshop and our Soul Man meeting in every single Momentum city. So starting in April. Yay, April. We're going to be announcing all the information. We're going to be announcing all the dates. We're going to be doing on the Wednesdays before the basic. The Wednesdays before the basic, and the reason we're doing that is often so the Momentum trainer, if they happen to want to participate in Soul Man, will be able to attend. So whether it's Melvin or Leslie or at times myself, we're going to be looking forward to being at Soul Man in as many cities as we can be in. So it's not going to be dependent on us, but it's going to be an opportunity for men to come together and express themselves. And we're going to be starting in every city in April. Right. Los Angeles will be one of the first cities. So Los Angeles, I'm not going to go through all the different things we're going to be doing, but Los Angeles, starting in March, we are doing a Momentum monthly hiking club. We're doing a Momentum monthly hiking club. Also, we are going to be doing on every quarter a weekend day workshop free of charge on financial literacy for you as well. Right? And one of the things I'm really excited about is we're planning additional ways for people to have fun. So Los Angeles, I would say, we have fun at the holiday party, but let's not wait to the holiday party to have fun with each other. Right? Also, there's Seattle, Washington, where we're going to be doing amazing events, quarterly hiking events, or outdoor activities. We're also going to be looking to do as many activities where people can bring their children. So we're going to be doing painting classes bi-monthly. Right? We're also going to be doing movie nights and game nights. Also, I'm excited to say our volunteer coordinator, Keonna, who has a commitment to be one of the best and most well-known fitness experts in Washington State, moving forward, starting today, if you are a Momentum graduate, you can go to any of her workshops free of charge. And she does 3 fitness classes per week. Are we excited about that? All right, good. So let's give some love to Keonna. Again, 3 times after work, she will be doing fitness classes free of charge to the Momentum community. Right? One other thing I'm excited to share about is our Washington, D.C., which is our newest community. So not only are we going to be doing Soul Man in Washington, D.C., but we've also started an activist book club. An activist book club. Do we have any activists watching us right now? Right, so we're going to be starting an activist book club aimed at reading the works of social justice and having it go from reading to implementation. We are experiential learning, so we want to have a foundation and then we want to look to apply it on this planet. Right, we're also going to be doing bi-monthly happy hours, right? And we're also going to be doing miracle mornings on a quarterly basis where we're going to pick some of the most beautiful spaces in the DMV area, Maryland, Virginia, Washington, DC, and we're going to do meditations. Right, so I think the first one's going to be at the Lincoln Memorial and open to all. So all of these events are grounded in us wanting to be able to say thank you for your participation, us wanting to be able to spend time with you, and wanting to have you have this be a lifestyle and not a workshop. Are we excited? I can't see you, so I'm feeling some smiles coming from all over the country. So hopefully you don't mind that I'm smiling too. All right, now one of the things I will say as we go on next is we're also going to be doing quarterly events called Shine. And these Shine events will be curated events for musicians and artists, poets, musicians, artists of any nature to come together and create together. So I know many cities do, leadership teams do the Night of Stars. But what we're going to be doing at Shine is opening it up to the public, curating it. And each evening will have a different theme and also go towards raising money for an organization or charity that we care about. We originally did Shine because as a community, when we lost a member of our own, Kelly Lambry, we said that we wanted to raise $25,000 for his family and give it to him on June 20th, give it to their family, his family, on June 28th, which would have been his birthday as well as my mother's birthday. The first Shine event was founded in that way, and we're looking to bring that back on a quarterly basis in each city to really shine our light with each other. Now, here's the part of an evening where I'm going to start getting butterflies in my stomach because last year at this exact time when we said we were doing the Momentum, State of Momentum, we made a goal, and that goal was to provide meals to 1 million people experiencing hunger. Right? And if you've noticed, I'm saying experiencing hunger because we don't want to call them hungry because we're going to change that. People who were experiencing hunger. And as a Momentum community, we came together. People did fundraisers. People made sandwiches. People started their own nonprofit organizations meant at feeding people. And as a community, we were able to feed 1.2 million people, provide 1.2 million meals. I would say there was fundraising going on a daily basis, but in any of our cities, there were people making food and giving it out to others. And what's exciting, in 2017, we're going to double that goal. Right? We want to have butterflies, and the way we are doing that is by making the goal to provide 2 million meals in 2017. Now I know in Momentum we're big fans of the number 4, but in 2017 let's have it be 2 million people for what's possible. Now to make that as easy as possible, but as we're going to do a combination of still raising money and doing actual meal-to-meal, face-to-face, heart-to-heart exchanges, we have created a URL that is momentumfeeds.com. So www.momentumfeeds.com. And whoever would like to go first and donate, you will be the first person tonight to donate to the Momentum goal of providing 2 million meals in 2017. And I'm sure in 2018 we'll have a new goal. In 2019 we'll have a new goal. And I'm looking forward to the day where we don't have to have a goal. Now I'm also going to share in this moment a goal that is personal to me and I think personal to us as an organization. Right? The vision of Momentum Education is that everyone matters. And I don't think many of us feel like the world we currently live in is a world where everyone understands that they matter, everyone is treated as if they matter, and everyone wakes up with the ingrained fabric and value of knowing that they are worthy and they matter. Right? I had the experience of delivering trainings, delivering the basic, the advanced, and leadership during a divisive election season. I know what it's like to be on a Thursday night or a Friday night of the advanced course talking about the value of having a vote, that you can always vote yourself. but I also know what it's like to live in a country where many, many people do not live with the understanding that they matter, where many, many people do not choose to vote, where many, many people, it wouldn't even occur to them that their vote matters. So we're making a commitment to support voter registration leading into the midterm elections of 2018. So as a Momentum community, as a Momentum organization in every state and of every political faith, we are declaring that we are going to enroll personally 25,000 new registrations of people who were not previously registered to vote. If you're on this call or if you're on this video, you most likely know what it's like to go through a Friday in the advance course and be reminded of how much your vote matters. And people do not have to go through the advance course to be reminded of just how much their vote matters. So that's a minimum, but by 2018, minimum, we're looking to enroll at least 25,000 new people to register and raise the percentage of people who vote in each election. Are we excited about that? Great. I have one last goal that I'm going to share that we as a Momentum community, I would like to ask for your support in. As Curtis shared earlier, I became the director of Momentum Education in 2010 when my mother passed away from pancreatic cancer. I've been the director of Momentum Education since 2010. I haven't had a job since 2008. But I've been the director of Momentum Education since 2010. And initially, people often would ask me, well, given that your mother's passed away from pancreatic cancer, should we do a momentum goal around cancer or raising money or raising awareness? And if I'm going to be honest, it was too personal, it was too hard for me to even think about at different times. In 2016, we had two prized members of the Momentum community pass away. Ed Louth and Leadership Team 69, who passed away from male breast cancer. And some of you may have been in Leadership Team 69 with Ed Louth. Also, if you did the basic in New York City in 2016, you might have seen him staffing the basic. He knew he was terminally ill and still decided to staff the basic 6 weeks before he passed away. Also in 2016, one of our inaugural members of DC1, her name was Joan Blunt, also passed away from cancer. And this is a woman who was the foundation for her team and the foundation for the Momentum community. In her obituary, the last two paragraphs were about how she was so happy to find her voice so late in life. And so as a testament to them, and a testament, it started a conversation, well, what can we do? And what we were clear about as a Momentum community is almost every person who's watching this does not have to think hard about who or how they would have been affected by cancer. So what we're asking you to join us in doing, in 2017, in 2016, if we go back a year, over 500,000 people passed away from cancer. And I've listed two of those people included in that over 500,000 number. But I'm sure if you're watching, you probably don't have to think so far to think about people you were affected by. So in 2017, we are going to be asking for your support. We are making a declaration that gives us butterflies in raising over $500,000 to support those with cancer. Right? Over $500,000. Now there's a few ways we're going to be looking to do that. We've already created a URL, given that today is what? March 1st. March 1st, and that was the real reason why we chose to do this State of Momentum on March 1st, because we are doing the March to October. We are calling it the March to October to engage as many different leadership teams from Leadership Team 1 to Leadership Team 161, right? Whether you are not a leadership graduate, whether you have not even done Momentum, but you've been affected by someone who has been affected by cancer. We are going to be asking for your support in raising over $500,000. And the way that the URL, the event that we are doing is called the March to October. So if you'd like to go to the URL right now, it's March to October. All right, so we wouldn't spell the number out, it's March to October. And if you go there now, it'll take you to a Facebook event. We're going to be announcing later this month exactly what organization the $500,000 will be going to. But there's a way in which we'd like to support you in being able to do this, right? So a question I often get asked is, Robinson, do you have a favorite training? Or do you have a favorite leadership team? Or what's the best leadership team? Or what's the best advanced course team? And I would say there's no way to prove who's the best. And in fact, that's not the type of win-win game we're trying to play. But we are trying to play a specific win-win game. So what we are doing is a challenge to every single leadership team in every single city. And our challenge is to you is to get your team to engage in raising money towards this goal of at least $500,000. And for the team that raises at least $20,000 and also, so this is an and also, so you have to raise at least $20,000, and for the team that raises the most, starting with a minimum of $20,000, but then ends up being the leadership team that gets the distinction of saying they raised the most from this March to October, we are going to be giving you as a thank you a lifetime, again a lifetime, not a month, a lifetime of Journey scholarships. Meaning that leadership team will never again have to pay to send a person to the basic, the advanced course, or leadership. Are we excited about that? A lifetime of Journey scholarships. So we're going to be releasing all the details, all the information this month. But the March to October has begun. And our goal is to raise money for every person who passed away from cancer in 2016. And our hope is that one day we don't have to raise money. Are we excited? Are we? So that's the one that gave me butterflies, but in this moment, if I'm going to be honest, I don't have butterflies about it, because I feel very confident that we as a team of people are more than enough to have every single declaration we made tonight turn out, and every single declaration you've made turn out. And I think if you're still on, this would be a great opportunity to make some declarations that matter to you and have a Momentum community support you. So in a few moments, we're going to be signing off on the night. Feel free to share this. Forward it to people who maybe you have done the Momentum trainings with. Share it with people who have done the basic and the advanced course and haven't moved on. And of course, share it with your leadership groups. If you want to be the team that has a lifetime of never again having to pay for the basic, advanced, and leadership, but also knowing that you raised money for a cause that is affecting so many people on this planet. And I think the question I'll leave you with is everyone has to figure out what their why is. Right? For some, it's the future. For some, it's the present. For some, it's the past. And I would say for many, it's a combination. So my why is a past of elders who I look up to, who we stand on the shoulders of. My why is the present, which are the greatest people I could possibly think to lean back to back with. And my why is the future. So can I have one of my best friends come to the front? My man, Jake. So Jake, can you say hello to the Momentum community? Right, so for those who don't know Jake, Jake is one of my best friends. He's also the son of Momentum graduates Leanna, who's our volunteer coordinator in New York City, and Mark Graham. Right, he's also one of the cutest human beings on the planet. Would you agree? I agree too. He's also a big fan of Thomas the Train. Thomas who?
The Train.
Thomas the Train. And so we are on a train, and we are inviting you to be a part of this train, and this train will not stop moving, will not stop going until the world looks like a world where everyone understands that they matter. So signing off, my name is Robinson. My original leadership team is Leadership Team 37, and I got my main man, Jake, and his original leadership team is what?
Good.
Yes, good, and we're gonna call it Leadership Team 400. Can we give a 4, Jake? All right, everyone, good night. Thank you so much.